everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside and Son of a Gun. We're ready to go with another big day at Championship Wrestling. David!
Boy, opening match today. Jimmy Jack Funk is going to be in here, and that's just the opener. Listen to the tag team match we got coming up a little bit later on. Rock and Roll RPMs are going to be here.
Hold it.
Here's Hector right now.
Don't you ever get tired of interrupting what we're doing out here?
Wait a minute. We've been thinking up a song. Manny and I, we came up with a song that you're going to love. Now, believe me, this song is about all you gringos out there, all you tickets kids, and believe me, it's right down to the T, and especially for your hero, Bill Dundee. Now,
Can we do this in about 2 hours from now?
Hold on here. Hold on, let me put
Why do I have the feeling I'm not going to love
Let me
this?
put my anteojos on. These are called glasses in Spanish. Anteojos. Let me put mis lentes, anteojos. Okay, hold on, Lance. I got this right here. Hold this for me right here. Can you be as nice as to hold this song for me here? Okay, it was like I said, it was just written today. You can't see it. Don't look at it. It's none of your business. It's my business. Don't try to copy it because it's mine. It's copyrighted already. You understand? Steelers, just like you stole Texas. Hold on. That's what it should be. United States, the Steelers of America.
What is this, Manny?
Hold on. Hey, wait a minute, Lance. This goes my way. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Can you put it so I can see it? Thank you,
Lance. You can read it.
Thank you, everybody. Here we go. Ay, gringuito. At the Alamo, we beat you. No matter how much you brag that you're tough, can't kick my butt, 'cause I'm just too rough. Ay, gringuito. At the Alamo, we beat you. If you won't eat our peppers today, I'll bite them out and spit them out and stick it in your eye!
Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. Hey, let's just take a break. We'll find out what's going to happen later on. We're going to be back in just a minute. Various stars out here and that sort of thing. But guys that are just as important to this program as anybody are the guys who are here every week and may not be stars. Right. We never get a chance to interview them. I want to introduce you to a guy that we have a chance to talk to him and back. William, how you doing, babe? William the Freezer Thompson, you know him as. I know him as a real good guy. We get a chance to talk back there every now and then, but we never get a chance to interview you.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Wasting valuable time talking to a fat slob of a sissy like this guy here.
Jimmy Jack.
Look at his face. He looks just like that sissy boy Jeff Jarrett in the face. And look at that body. He's got a body just like Jarrett Lawler. And I hate both them sissies. I'll tell you what I'll do. Get up in that ring, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to Jarrett Lawler and Jeff the Sissy Jarrett.
Just let me interview the guy, and we're going to...
I said, get up there. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to Lawler and Jarrett. Get up in there.
Well, we still didn't do what we wanted to do. Okay, Davey.
All right, well, they are scheduled in a match here, as a matter of fact. William the Freezer Thompson against Jimmy Jack Funk. Jimmy Jack Funk at 245 pounds out of Amarillo, Texas. The Freezer, 270 out of Arkansas. Here we go. Jimmy Jack Funk, of course, a heavy favorite in the match, even though the big Freezer outweighs him considerably.
Thompson in there with a truly bad dude in this Jimmy Jack Funk. Freezer never has gotten off the mark. Funk snaps him over the shoulder down on the canvas. Jimmy Jack fires him across the ropes. There's that big clothesline.
Jimmy Jack Funk in total control of the match so far. Oh, he picks him up. Not an easy thing to do.
You got power.
Lands it. Yeah. That's it. 1 minute, 2 seconds the time. Jimmy Jack Funk wins this one over William the Freezer Thompson. Did not take him long to get going and to get the victory.
No, he got it started, just kept it. Yeah.
Now save this valuable time to talk to a champion like myself. I'll tell you what, that little sissy boy, Jeff Jarrett, can't handle things by himself. So what does he do? He has to go get somebody to help him. He has to call the king of the sissies, Jerry Lawler. Well, I'll tell you what, me and my friend Steve Keirn are gonna break you in two. We're gonna take you down, and we're gonna beat you like redheaded stepchild. I'll tell you what, there's no referee, and that's our kind of match. We can do anything. I can take this rope and put it.
Yeah, we've seen you take that before.
Back their heads in, and that's perfectly legal. So Lawler and Jarrett, we're coming at you, and we're gonna hurt you.
Jimmy Jack Funk, and we'll just take time out right now. We'll be back in just a moment. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum is the scene, friend, and action is the name of it. We'll give you the whole card later on, but I'll tell you one match it'll be interesting to see, and that's when the tough Australian Bill Dundee and the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez get it on in a single match. And for that match, Hector Guerrero is going to be handcuffed to Jerry the King Lawler. You better believe that's going to be a scrap.
You know something, Mr. Microphone? Bill Dundee thinks he's got a security blanket all nip and tuck. He's going to come to Evansville, Indiana, most ignorant city in the U.S. of A, because, you know, they ain't even got the guts to stand up in a basketball court and play some foreigners. Well, baby, here's two foreigners. They're going to come down there and put another foreigner, the man from down under. I don't need Hector unless I want him. So, Bill Dundee, when you ride the bull, baby, remember it's a long, hard ride. And in Evansville, you will wake up riding nothing but a bunch of dreams, Daddy.
No, looking at that one, and boy, that's not all. I'll give you the entire card. You go with one of our featured bouts today. It'll have the King and Jeff Jarrett going against the RPMs. That's what's in store for you coming out right now. Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett. Right before we get them up into the ring, we're going to take a chance to talk to them. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, Jerry?
All right, Lance. We've had a chance now to sit in the back and listen to not one but two idiots run their mouth. You know, Jimmy Jack Funk, when you just see him on television, he looks stupid. But then when he opens his mouth, he removes all doubt. You know, you think he's stupid. When he opens his mouth, he removes all doubt. You know he's a complete idiot. Now, let me tell you something, Funk, and let me tell you something, Steve Keirn. It's real easy to stand in front of a camera and tell everybody how big and how bad you're going to beat somebody up. And Steve Keirn, you've been making a habit of doing that a lot lately. Now, if you're so big and so bad and you want to beat us up and end our careers so bad, then why don't you just show up here at TV instead of conveniently sending in those long-distance interviews? You know we're going to be here. Why aren't you here?
Jerry, let me ask you this. Keirn said, and I know that he said this, he would not climb back in the ring unless the referee, Jerry Calhoun, was eliminated in terms of signing the match, and I know you've got one coming up. How did that strike you?
Well, Steve Keirn, it's not just Jerry Calhoun, it's Frank Morrell, it's any referee. Any referee that does his job and counts Steve Shoulders out, he don't like him in there. Because the referee is the man that's going to decide when Steve Keirn gets beat. And what he's thinking is, with no referee in there, he's not going to get beat. Well, let me tell you something, Keirn, and you too, Jimmy Jack Funk. You want a match with no referee? Well, we both signed it. You got the match. Because believe me, that is right down our alley. And when you talk about alleys, you're talking about dirty fighting, and you are looking right here at the man that created about 99% of the dirty tricks that you have ever seen in professional wrestling. So the match that you people saw last week, the way it ended, that's the way this one's going to start. Because there's not going to be a referee to disqualify us, to count us out, to try to stop the match, to pull us off of it if we get you down. There's going to be no rules, no regulations, no referee. It's just going to be the four of us. And what we're going to do is we're going to step in the ring and we're going to see who's the toughest team that steps out. And this young man right here, Steve Keirn, is a guy that you like to think of as somebody that's just starting out, somebody that's just trying to get a career started. Well, I can tell you right now, this young man has done more in the year and a half he's been wrestling than in the 15 years put together that you've been in the ring. Now, if you think he can't uphold his end of the bargain, you got another thing coming. Is that right or not?
That's right, King. Now, you know, Lance, a lot of people have asked me what's the toughest match I've been in. Well, last week, I believe that has to rank right up there in the top 3. And Steve Keirn, Jimmy Jack Funk, I just got a few words to say. It's not going to be any of this stuff like last week right here on TV. I'm watching his back, and he's watching mine, brother. Right. It's going to be 2-on-2 and no referee, just the way we like it.
Well, I was proud of you, the way you got into that brawl when you got going with him.
Let me just remind him one more time. No referee, no disqualification. That means pile drivers, fire, anything we want, brother, can go. So just come on down if you two jerks think you're man enough, and we're going to show you that you're not man enough.
You guys got one right in here right now that's no easy matter. So while you're fired up, keep your spirits high because we've got the RPMs coming in right now, David.
Should be a very, very good tag team match right here. Rock and Roll RPMs, Mike Davis, Tommy Lane coming in right now. Jeff Jarrett and the King, Jerry Lawler, already in the ring. The RPMs out of Atlanta, their total weight, 454 pounds. The King and Jeff Jarrett, a total weight of 442 pounds. Jeff out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Of course, the King out of Memphis. Jerry Calhoun will be the referee for this one. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit.
Mike Davis, Tommy Lane, they've cut a mark in the tag team world, no doubt about that. Should be an interesting match, to say the least. I don't think there's any question Jeff Jarrett is the fastest of the 4 guys that are involved in this match. Boy, he has got blazing speed. He's also the smallest, but he makes up for it with that speed.
You got that right. He's starting against Mike Davis for Rock and Roll RPMs. Crowd behind Jeff Jarrett. Davis backs him onto the rope, fires him across the ring. Oh, Jeff just leaps over. So that's athletic ability from Jeff Jarrett. Jeff with the left arm barred. Tommy Lane started in to help his partner out. Lawler was watching. He was going to start in to keep it even at 2 against 2 instead of 2 against 1. Mike Davis over to the corner. Tommy Lane gets back. He's going to drop for the elbow, and Jeff Jarrett was out of the way. Lane did quickly bounce back to his feet. He's distracted by somebody in the crowd yelling at him. Lane better pay attention to what's going on in the ring and forget about the crowd.
He got all he can handle right there face to face with him. He doesn't need to worry about any rabbit ears or what people are saying to him.
Lane wanting Lawler in there.
Yeah.
Jerry said, all right, fine, tag me. Here I come. It's the King against Tommy Lane. Rock and Roll RPM. They've held several tag team belts. They're in there now. In a match against the King and Jeff Jarrett. Lawler did not go head first into the turnbuckle. Instead, he caught himself. And a right fist tags Tommy Lane. Mike Davis jumps in, yelling he hit him with a fist. Jeff Jarrett in there. It's a standoff right now. 2 on either side. Now Jeff Jarrett steps back outside, as does Mike Davis. And we're back to Tommy Lane for Rock and Roll RPMs and the King for his team. Mike Davis in now for Rock and Roll RPM. Fired into the rope. Mike Davis leaps over, thinking how smart he is, and he turns around, and Lawler popped him with that right fist again. Lawler, Jarrett looking very, very good against the Rock and Roll RPM.
1 fall, 10-minute time limit tag match here for our championship wrestling as Tommy Lane takes the tag from Mike Davis, slips into the center of the ring. He's ready to do battle with Jerry Lawler. When he puts the fist up like that, Lawler's saying, oh yeah, we can do that. Lawler, well known for that big right hand. He just took a couple of right hands from Tommy Lane. Bam! And delivered another one.
You said you sent me 2 of those. Here's one back. You made it effective, too. Now Lane says, hey, he hit me with a fist.
Yes, can you imagine that?
Yeah. Never mind that Lane just hit him with a couple of fists, right? Lawler with a headlock to the corner of the tag on Jeff Jarrett. Jeff comes in. He says, hey, I got a right fist, too. Popped him in the rib cage.
Standing side headlock is Jeff hanging on to Tommy Lane. Lane uses that weight to pull him back into the corner in the turnbuckle.
Reversal, too, by Jeff Jarrett. Mr. Lane finds himself on the mat. Boy, he staggered him. Lane trying to get to the corner. Is he going to go for a tag? He does. He turns to Mike Davis and says, your turn. Come on in.
Mike Davis, the taller of the 2 RPMs, in there, and he meets the same face, Jeff Jarrett, with that speed. Got the position and whipped into a side headlock on Mike Davis. The RPMs have not had the best start they ever had in the match. That's for a fact. Oh, nice. Over the top, Jeff reversed right in midstream. Bam! That shows you the experience of Mike Davis. He caught him right in that mid-rush with a slingshot effect off the rope. Turned him around, slammed the head on a turnbuckle. Makes the tag on Tommy Lane. Crotches him, breaks his back right over that knee, and he's got him, picks him back up again. Good night. Tommy Lane powering Jeff Jarrett down over that knee.
Mike Davis yelling, look at him. Crowd. Lawler trying to get the crowd behind Jeff. A little encouragement here. Lane throws him down over to the corner, tags Mike Davis. Oh, Davis dropped down with a fist across the forehead.
Well, that's the problem of thinking, well, we've got these RPMs. I don't care what the team is. This is a team that you just can't count out at any time. They got too much going for them and too much experience behind them. Big Choco gets a count from the referee. Lane front face locks Jeff Jarrett. Here comes Davis in to distract the referee, but Lawler gets the tag. I didn't see him. Calhoun says out. Lane and Davis make the switch over in this corner with Mike Davis holding Jeff down on the canvas.
If the referee doesn't see the tag, then he'll send you back every time, and that's what happened with Lawler right there. The referee was distracted by the RPM. Here's Lane back in. He's the one that did the initial damage to Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett leaps over, drop kicks it, get to the corner, Jeff, head for the tag. Drop kick, Jeff looking for the corner. Here he goes. He leaps the tag, and here comes Lawler. Lane gets the tag, too. It's Davis and Lane against Lawler.
Well into our time limit on this match, and this one could easily go to a draw.
Oh, a little double up.
Yes, sir. Lawler slips in there, choking.
Jimmy Jack Funk jumps in there. That's it. Now it's 3 against 2. Rock and roll RPMs and Jimmy Jack Funk against Jeff Jarrett and Jerry Lawler. Jeff not in good shape anyway. Oh, he ducked out of the way. He Jack Funk over his back. Lawler working on Mike Davis. And look at this. Lawler and Jarrett have run him out of the ring, and in addition to that, they get the victory by a disqualification. So 7 minutes, 44 seconds to time, and Lawler and Jarrett have themselves a win.
Had a super match going till Jimmy Jack Funk jumped in, and then he found out it was no pushover on what he had to do in there as Jerry and Jeff came back. Speaking of Jeff looking good in there, he looks pretty good in this poster. We've had a lot of questions about, again, how do you get the poster? Sit right where you are. Get your pencil ready, because here is the Jeff Jarrett poster.
Snakeskin boots. Faded jeans. Broad shoulders. And blonde hair. Wow. Now that's a poster.
To order your Jeff Jarrett poster, call 1-800-336-2600. That's 1-800-336-2600. Save COD charges by having your credit card ready, or send a check or money order in the amount of $10 to Jarrett Poster, Post Office Box 3020, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 08034. Allowed 2 weeks for delivery.
Yeah, just as a matter of note, that includes the postage and handling in there. Boy, we've had a good show already, Dave. We never did get a chance to go over what else we had.
No, we got more to come. Hector Guerrero interrupted, and Hector will be back in a match here in just a few minutes. We also got the Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, coming up a bit later on, and that's the main event. I hope we have time for all of this. When Nasty Boys will be going against Bobby Jaggers and King Carl Fergie. Should be another good tag team match.
We still have a bunch to go, my friend. We're going to take time out right now. Be back to it in just a moment. Quickly, like to remind you that Friday, December the 11th, Madisonville, Kentucky, at the Browning Springs Middle School will be hosting championship wrestling. And down the line, Thursday, December the 17th, Morganfield, Kentucky, at the Union County High School. You can save a buck by getting your tickets in advance. Evansville, Wednesday night. What a dandy. We're talking about Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett against Steve Keirn and Jimmy Jack Funk with no referee. The Bull against Superstar coming up. And then you're going to be seeing lots of other action. Here's Keirn and Jimmy Jack.
You know, I've known some people that made some big mistakes in my life, but the King, you're taking the cake, man. You're making mistake one right after another. You're letting that ego override your butt, because what's happening is you're starting to slip. You're starting to think, well, I've whipped everybody else. I'm going to keep whipping them. Well, let me tell you something. We asked for no referee. You understand what that means? Jeff Jarrett, you're in a bad position. You better figure out a way out of it real quick.
We're gonna take them sissies and beat them till they bleed.
Well, I see he's not going to pass up the opportunity either. Part of the Mexican connection, Hector Guerrero. Songwriter, singer, and all those good things.
You know, that's your
storyteller.
Favorite gringo. You're still my favorite gringo, you know. I don't like too many chicken skins around here, but I gotta say one thing. You're still my favorite gringo, and look at that nose. That's ooh la 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 la. Yeah, I bet your wife loves you, don't she? Oh, listen here. I can't believe it. Bill Dundee has stooped so low the devil's trying to come out of the earth. No. He's got up Billy Travis. Yes, he's pulled out somebody, and it's called Billy Travis, and now he's asking Billy Travis to be his partner. Now, hasn't Billy learned a lesson? Manny Fernandez, Billy, tore you down, took away your title, and not only that, he made you look bad. Listen, Billy Travis, it reminds me so much of a chicken skin. Have you ever seen when a brand new little baby chicken skin is born? A little chicken skin comes out of a leg, and there comes out a little chicken skin. He's got no feathers. He's got this little squirmy little body. And this squirmy little body, that looks like Billy Travis. That's Billy Travis, I'll tell you. He's a reborn chicken skin from a chicken. And that's what the truth is, and that's what all you gringos are. You're all chicken skins. Believe me.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy Travis.
You're going to find out how tough Billy Travis
Hold on.
is. You stand out.
Hold on.
there.
Wait. Who are you talking for again? Are you talking for Billy Travis? Let Billy come back for himself.
I'm just telling you a statement of
Oh, the chicken skin shows up.
Stay back there and listen. Let me tell you something, Hector. I'm not afraid of you or Manny Fernandez, Punk. You put down our company for the last couple weeks. If you want to do something, you get right in the ring right now, because I'm not afraid of you or Fernandez, Jack.
Who's the champion?
You might be, Fernandez might be the champion.
Who's the champion?
Hey, come on. If you want to start something, I go toe-to-toe with you Fernandez right now.
Well, get in the ring. Get in the ring. Get in the ring.
he's not afraid of you, Hector.
He's not afraid. Well, let's see how good he is.
That's exactly what we're going to find out if you want to get in there. We didn't have it scheduled, Dave, but I'm all for it. I'll say, well, without benefit of referee or anything else, Billy Travis in there with Hector Guerrero. He nails Hector, puts him into a big backdrop. Over the top, Hector Guerrero goes. Travis getting him by the jacket. He's got his arms locked up in the jacket now. Wheels Hector into the corner. Starts pounding away. If he thinks that he's got somebody who's a pushover in Travis, we know better than that, Dave.
Boy, we sure do. He just must not know much about Travis if he thinks that, over the top rope.
I mean, way over the top. Hector jumped down, hooked him, and just backdropped him right straight over the top of the ring, and I mean down on the studio floor. Guerrero grabbed, all right, Hector, now there's no need for that. Tearing the shirt on Billy Travis. Yeah, I see you trying to rip the clothes right off of Billy Travis out there. Okay, Hector, now you've had your shot at him. Hector Guerrero picks the chair up, nails Travis in the head with that chair. All right, you're going to really humiliate him. You've humiliated yourself by your actions. Okay, Hector, now come on. From the Nasty Boys out, thank you, guys. Why don't you just get out of here, Hector? You come out here and nails Travis with a chair and jerks his clothes off. Okay, I'll tell you what, while they're ministering there to Billy Travis, let's take time out. We're going to be back right after Okay, we're ready to go to the ring. We've been waiting, and by golly, they're right around the corner. I'm talking about the Midnight Rockers who will be in here. We've got a match coming up with them, and it ought to be something. As a matter of fact, we've got 2 more scheduled matches. I hope we have time to get to both of them, because that last one with the Nasty Boys and Jaggers and Fergie ought to be a good one, too. Yeah. Here come the Executioners, yeah.
With Nate the Rat, their manager with him, Nathaniel Whitlock. Oh, there's the music. Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty shouldn't be far behind. Shouldn't be far behind, but apparently they are.
Well, as a matter of fact, we got the Midnight Rockers scheduled. Can we get them out? And let's get it underway. Our time's running out here. And as I said, we've got 2 matches scheduled. And we need to get one started before we can get the second one underway. I see the curtain stirring, and there they are. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, the Midnight Rockers. We're ready for the official introductions, David.
The Executioners at a total weight of 442 pounds out of parts unknown with Nate the Rat in their corner. And going against him at a total of 462 pounds out of San Antonio, Texas and Columbus, Georgia, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, the Midnight Rockers. This match will be one fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Okay. Now we got it ready to go. The smaller of the two executioners starting off. And Marty Jannetty from the other side of the ring.
Mr. Whitlock, the manager of the Executioners, says the Executioners are so good-looking, they are required to wear a mask.
Oh, I see. Probably devastate the world if they could see those handsome features.
That's what Nate the Rat says, anyway.
That's what Nate the Rat says.
Marty Jannetty in here against one of them.
Had that arm hook. Look at Jannetty. Oh, yeah. Boy, I tell you, these guys not only are acrobatic, they are super wrestlers. They know how to turn all of that ability into an effective, devastating wrestling hold. They're very, very good.
They blend it very well, though. They are certainly entertaining to watch. It's kind of like a great slam dunk in a basketball game.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
Fly through the air.
That's Jannetty in there. Shawn Michaels takes the tag, and he will take over on executioner number 1. Dropping down off that second rope, banging away on that arm. You know, it's just, these guys aren't that old. They haven't been together literally is that long, and they work so well together. It just is one of those natural flows that seems to really put it together every time they're in there. Whoop, little hair. Executioner bites the dust over the top. Reversal, hip toss. Shawn Michaels hooks that arm and takes him down. That brought Nate the Rat out of his cage. Tag, and in comes the larger of the two executioners. Tags in there and goes right after Shawn Michaels. Mistake.
He stood there and thought about that and still made the mistake. Went right at Shawn Michaels, and Michaels just flipped him right over. Michaels through the corner in the tag. Marty Jannetty will be coming in.
Jannetty drops down and slips into a bar. Executioner back up to his feet, and another tag, this time to Michaels. Shawn slides out. Whoa! What do you think?
After Nate the Rat, Mr. Whitlock narrowly escapes the confrontation.
We've seen a few faster managers in our time, Dave. Gotta be honest about it.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh! Can you believe it? What a sensational suplex after the tag.
Wow, and a press. You know, we talked about flying press. That one, a whole new definition there. Good grief. Jannetty and Michaels with an incredible move to get a victory in 2:55.
Oh, I hope we got that on tape so we can see it again at some time. We are delighted to say the Rockers have got the Southern Tag. What a spectacular win. Have you got it? Let's take, yeah, if we can, let's take a look at it right now. We want to show everybody again that final move that you used on the Executioners. Let's take a look at it. Boy, what a spectacular. Oh, okay, we'll wait. Haven't got it queued yet. All right, we'll get it in a little bit. Before you guys, while you get your breath here, I'd like for you to take a listen to an interview with Mark Guleen. He is the manager and whatever else of T.J. Khan and this Yo Mamba. So let's take a look at it and see what Mark had to say.
I'm Mark Guleen of the House of Guleen, and I am aware that there were many skeptics among you, those of you who did not believe when I described the awesome powers of the mighty T.J. Khan. Many of you have witnessed the total devastation of anyone who has opposed him in the ring. And now, ladies and gentlemen of the wrestling world, I bring you the mighty T.J. Khan the Great. Look at him! What an animal! He's able to run the 40-yard dash in 3.5 seconds. And you think your football players are fast and tough. Ha! He will pick his teeth with their bones. Ah, the mighty Tejo Khan. Ah, and what an animal. But ladies and gentlemen, I have a surprise coming for you. You must remember Kamala. Well, I have found a man who will make Kamala pale. This man is totally awesome. I found him on one of my trips to the darkest portions of Africa. I will tell you more about him later, but you will see him in the coming week. Your Mamba, the jungle savage.
Well, those guys are in store for you, Marty.
Let me just say this. You know, the Midnight Rockers are getting ready to make their 4th World Tour of 1987. 4th one. That's 2 more than any other tag team in the history of wrestling. And I tell you what, that doesn't sound like much, but you think night after night, different country, best tag team there is. We're going to need somebody tough like Tejo Khan and your mama.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lance. You know, in the world of professional wrestling, you don't get things given to you. If you want something, you go out and you get it. The Midnight Rockers, from day one as being a tag team, decided that they weren't going to be anybody's best friend. They weren't going to suck up to anybody. They were going to live life the way they want to live it. They're going to live it on the edge, and they're going to do what they want. And they're going to become the best tag team in the world, whether anybody likes it or not. And we ask people to do one thing or the other. You can get behind the Midnight Rockers and believe in the same things that they believe in. So I'll tell you what, in this world today, when any man, woman, or child walking the face of the earth can have their life taken from them just like that, it doesn't pay to sit around and wait for things to come to you, because life ain't that long, and Midnight Rockers know that. And that's why when they want something, they go out and they get it. And I'm sorry if people don't like the Midnight Rockers for that, but there are people here that stand behind the Midnight Rockers each and every day and understand why we're the way we are. Why one day we wake up in a bad mood and they understand. Why one day we wake up in a good mood and we have a good time. Woo! Till the night is on. I'll tell you what, the Midnight Rockers, it's real simple to understand us. And if you're confused, let me explain it to you. Life is just too damn short to sit around, and the Midnight Rockers live life to the fullest. They live each day like it's their last. And whether anybody likes it or not, I love these people to death, but if they don't like me, that is fine with me, because I'll tell you what, this man and this man right here are going to be the best tag team in the world, whether anybody out there likes it or not.
Okay, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, a different kind, and brother, they're a good one. We'll take time out and be back in a moment. I said it, Wednesday night you got to be there. 7 matches in all, and friend, I mean some dillies. No referee in the ring with Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett against Steve Keirn and Jimmy Jack Funk. One of them is going to be Billy Travis against Hector Guerrero.
You know, Lance, you've seen it, the people have seen it. Hector, you tried to embarrass me. Well, you did embarrass me, and you tried to hurt me. Well, let me tell you something. In Evansville, I'm going to take care of business, and I'm going to take care of you, brother. And you won't be able to be handcuffed to Jerry Lawler, guaranteed.
Well, he's scheduled to be handcuffed to Lawler when Bill Dundee meets the Bull.
Oh, he's going to be handcuffed if we go and drag him out there and he's laying pro. You're going to be handcuffed because that's what the contract says, boy, and you're going to be handcuffed. And if you get up out of your seat, the king will knock you out, punk. Now, Manny Fernandez, I'm not selling you short, brother. You've been all over the world, Japan and back again. But so is the superstar. Now, I know what you're saying. I'm just going to come into Evansville and ride all over this boy and make a reputation. Well, you're wrong, sport, because an awful lot of people come to do that, but there's very few of it pinned to their shoulders, and you ain't going to do it Wednesday night, punk, because I'm taking you out, bull. I'm getting on your back, and I'm riding you to a standstill.
Referee Jerry Calhoun in the ring right now. Here comes the Black Prince, Bobby Jaggers, Nate the Rat, King Carl Fergie. It's going to be Jaggers and Fergie in the ring. They're going to be going against Brian Knobs and Jerry Sag. Here they come.
They also got 2 guys on the outside of the ring. There's 2 in, but they got 2 on the outside with Nate the Rat and the Prince. Sags and Knobs coming out there, the Nasty Boys. Could be a very good tag match. Ought to be well balanced as the sides about the same, Dave.
Nasty Boys out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Jaggers out of Dunlap, Kansas. King Carl Fergie out of Memphis, Tennessee. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, would need to get Black Prince and Nate the Rat out of there, down here in the corner. And out of the action, we hope.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it. We'll see, though. Nasty Boys, no strangers to get rough and tough because that's their kind of style. They won't give you the smoothest, greatest Olympic wrestling you ever saw, but these are two big, rugged guys. So you got Brian Knobs and Hangman Bobby Jaggers facing each other. Look at that Knobs. Jaggers is big, but that Knobs is even bigger.
Big body slam by Brian Knobs. Jaggers over to the corner. He made the tag. King Carl Fergie will be coming in now. Fergie, Brian Knobs from the center of the ring over to the ropes, and Fergie pounded on Knobs over on the rope, puts a foot in the midsection, doubles him over. He looks to Prince for approval. How about that? Misses. That swinging elbow, and he's picked up and slammed by Brian Knobs. Fergie uses the opportunity to get out of the ring, get away from him. Expiration of time match with Fergie and Jaggers against the Nasty Boys. The new Nasty Boys. Fergie back up in the ring. Brian Knobs has made a tag. Prince very upset over an incident with Emily Arthur. Jerry Sag with a right fist double. He didn't get to use it. Instead, he wraps up that left arm of King Carl Fergie. Here's the tag. Bobby Jaggers, the Hangman, back in there. This time against Sag. Sag backs into the corner. Brian Knobs holds in. Jaggers ducks out of the way. And, he had expected that Sag would hit Brian Knobs. He didn't see that Sag saw what was happening and stopped. It was a bit of a surprise when Mr. Jaggers turned around.
They got him with a double clothesline. Dave just peeled him right off the side of the ring, huh?
Jerry Sag back into action with a side headlock. Bobby Jaggers fired him into the ropes. Oh, King Carl with the knee as Jerry Sag hit the ropes over here. Fergie got him with a knee. He sure did. Fergie denying it. You saw it. Everybody did.
Referee Jerry Calhoun didn't because Prince had him out of the action in there so that he couldn't see what was happening. Fergie now, look at him. Fergie pounding away on Jerry Sag while the referee's arguing with Bobby Jaggers.
Referee did see that, and he's warning Fergie. Not much he can do about it now. Brian Knobs starts in here. Carl Fergie is in. Fergie and Jaggers make an exchange. There was no tag made. Fergie just grabs Jerry Sag, fires him into the rope. Big clothesline. Yeah, what about that one, Prince, he says. How'd I do? There's the cover. 1, 2. 2 is all he can get. Jerry Sag breaks out of it. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark, and time winding down in our expiration of time. Bobby Jaggers, the Hangman, jumps in there, grabs Jerry Sag from behind. Prince interfering from outside, too. Brian Knobs telling the referee he was being choked by that top rope, and he, in fact, was. Sag out of the corner. Bobby Jaggers, Fergie, and Prince all saying, hey, come on, Bobby. Bobby's over the corner. Tag Fergie, but Jerry Sag got to the corner and a tag on Brian Knobs. The Nasty Boys get the exchange, too. And Brian Knobs goes to work on King Carl Fergie.
exactly how much we've got left. We're just about out, I can guess on that. Well, there's Prince up in the ring. That ought to end it.
That'll be a disqualification as Prince gets in there. Out of the ring goes Brian Knobs, and now two of them, Fergie and Prince, have got Jerry Sag in the ring. Down here on the floor, Bobby Jaggers with Nate the Rat's cane pounding on Brian Knobs.
Got that cane beating on him, choking him with it. Up in the ring, Prince and Fergie are standing on Sag. We got to take a break. We'll see if we can get this stopped and be back with you. We finally got that one, well, we literally didn't, but the Nasty Boys got it finished when they found their hands on the chair. That kind of got rid of Fergie and his company out there.
That's true. Got him out of there. I tell you, after what a wild day we had here today. We had Jimmy Jack Funk come in here to begin with. You were trying to interview William Thompson, the freezer.
Hey, before that, Hector comes out on the very opening of the show
with
again.
that goofy
He's got
song.
to serenade us with that song. Yeah, okay, pardon me.
Well, Jimmy Jack Funk said, come on, Freezer, I'm going to take you in the ring. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to guys like Jeff Jarrett and Jerry Lawler and others. Well, he did beat William the Freezer Thompson a little over a minute at a time. But, and I think you were going to make this point with the interview, that the Freezer is big. He shows up. He does not turn down the toughest of competition, but he doesn't have the experience and the championship experience that somebody like the King, for instance, has. So it's going to be different when the King faces Jimmy Jack Funk in the ring. You can count on it. Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett in here as a tag team going against the Rock and Roll RPMs. They got themselves a victory, too, in 7 minutes, 44 seconds. Good action in that match all the way
again,
through.
in this case, it was because Jimmy Jack Funk jumped in on the end of that match.
Got a disqualification.
Absolutely. There's a great match going in there, and to let interrupted our time limit, I'm almost sure they'd have gone the entire time on that.
Yeah, because they were battling first one way and any other in there. But what a match. Lawler and Jarrett eventually do get the hands raised due to the disqualification. Hector Guerrero, well, he was scheduled in a match against Ed Maddox. That match never took place. Instead, he was taunting Billy Travis. Travis came out and said, hey, you want me to step right in the ring right now? Well,
Travis is going to join up with Bill Dundee in a tag match or in a situation against Hector, and so Billy said, hey, I ain't afraid of you.
Yeah,
Pop
step
up
right
in the ring right now, boy. Don't wait.
He ended up throwing Billy out of the ring, and the action ended up on the floor down here.
Tearing his clothes off and trying to embarrass him and all that stupid kind of thing.
But Billy will be back another day against Hector Guerrero. Yeah. Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty against the Executioners. One of the most impressive moves that I have ever seen from guys high in the air, in which they got one of the Executioners up in the air, and I think it was Shawn, came off the middle rope.
Yeah, Marty was in the process of suplexing him and just stood him straight up in the air.
Yeah, and as he held him there, the momentum started, and Shawn just pressed him down. I don't know what you call it. It wasn't a flying press. It wasn't exactly a suplex. It was just a combination of all that. A fantastic looking move.
It was a winner. That's what I call it.
It got the win for the Midnight Rockers, no doubt about it. Bobby Jaggers, King Carl Fergie going against the Nasty Boys, and that one, the official result is that the Nasty Boys win it due to disqualification. Again, Jaggers and Fergie looked like they were in trouble, so the Prince jumped in there, got them disqualified.
Yeah, they did that, in fact, and the Nasty Boys took a little beating there, but they finally grabbed that chair, and that kind of supplied the answer that they needed. Answer that we need is, get out of here. Yeah, we're out of time. We'll be looking for you next week. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.